Well, hello everyone. It's that time of the year in Canada where we have pumpkins and squash. Butternut squash is my favorite here, and turnips. And there are a lot of great recipes, easy recipes for all these kinds of squash. And today I'm going to show you a very simple recipe for the butternut squash. First of all, I washed this baby. It's bigger than usual, and I'm going to try and cut it in half or in fours somehow, and then we're going to season it and bake it. I think I'm going to have a hard time to cut it this way because it's so big. So first I'm going to try and cut it in half and then the other way. Let's see if it works. This is a very sharp knife. I hope it works. Yeah, that wasn't too hard at all. So if you do have a hard time cutting a squash, you can also stab it and just put it in the oven, and later when it's soft, after an hour or so, then you can peel it easily and use it as a mash or in a soup. So now I'm going to cut it down this way and that way and see. Okay, I'm going to take off this knob here, make it easier. There we go. There, that wasn't bad at all. Now with this knot, that's going to be a little bit harder maybe because it's so thick. And yep, it's coming slowly. So I don't know if I'm cutting it even enough. This one's a little tough here. I'm sure with a smaller squash it's much easier. So here in the knot, you see we have a lot of seeds here, so we're going to dish out those seeds. So the easy way to do it is just take a big spoon and get those seeds out. And I just made a mess. The seeds are flying all over the place. I'm known to be a very messy cook. And my husband, he always says, how can you make such a mess? But yeah, so we're gonna get all these seeds out of the knot here because they're useless for me anyways. I don't do anything with them. So you just have to keep scraping with this spoon here until you get it out. It's not that hard, but it takes a little bit of time. So I got out a nice big pan, and I'm going to oil my pan first of all, and I'm going to preheat my oven at 360 degrees. Next step is to take olive oil, and I use organic olive oil. I like to use good products, healthy products, because I like to stay healthy. So we're going to, with a good olive oil here, we're going to brush each of the pieces here of the squash. So we're going to make sure that it has a lot of olive oil on top here. So I'm going to brush also the sides here and place the squash face up in the baking pan. By the way, butternut squash is full of vitamin A, C, E, and potassium. So it is a very healthy vegetable. So now we're going to add the seasonings, which is salt, pepper, and cinnamon. I use Himalayan salt or sea salt. I don't like to use the salt, the white salt in the box, because it is bleached and unhealthy. So I'm going to just get all the salt on here, then some pepper and some cinnamon. I got natural organic cinnamon. Organic is at least 80% less chemicals, so it is important to get organic because it is much healthier. There, so now I'm going to just take my fingers, rub it in a little bit so that it'll season better. And then I'm going to put it in the oven for about 45 minutes or until you can take a fork and stab it in easily so that you know it's soft. So depending on your oven, it could take longer than 45 minutes, or, well, the squash is pretty big, so it probably will take longer. I preheated my oven at 360 degrees, and now I'm going to leave the squash in the oven for 45 minutes. 45 minutes is up, and I'm going to see if the squash is thoroughly cooked, and how I'm going to do that is test it with a fork. I need to stab with a fork, and the fork needs to go all the way down to the bottom, and then you know, yep, it is done, ready to eat. Well, thank you all for joining me today. If you have a squash, try out this recipe. Squash does taste delicious with almost any kind of meat. So in the future videos, I'm going to try to give you more variety. I'm going to put out some more recipes for the winter time. Also, I'm going to go back to playing drums, and also artwork is on the menu for this winter. So yeah, till the next time, please subscribe if you haven't, and put a like there. Bye for now.